morning and welcome to another episode of Let's Go Flying. You're joining us on the 20th of December. It's a bit of a crosswind, about 8-9 knots at the moment. Upper winds are quite strong, so we decided we're going to stay fairly local, bin off the plans that we had to go to Kemble. So it's a perfect opportunity to do a bit of crosswind landing at practice. How do you feel about that, Anna?
Guess we're doing it. I didn't even know what we were doing.
No,
so.
I think I just kept it in my head actually. I didn't actually mention it. Sorry about that.
Yeah, you didn't.
If you want to get out, you can get out.
No, the landings and this are fine. We can do it all day.
Yeah, so I did quite a bit of practice with Hal Colliver, as I said, and that was a direct crosswind. It was seriously gusty, so I'm hoping this will be a walk in the park. Obviously, a little bit nervous, first time in a crosswind in my new plane. No, it's natural. It's not. I don't mean I'm nervous.
You're good at landings. You're good at all that.
Yeah, I know. It's always. What I find is that if I don't push myself a little bit, I won't do it. I just won't do it. And sometimes you just got to take the plunge. I know it's well within the aircraft's limits. I know that I've demonstrated that I can land the aircraft in much higher winds than this with Hal. So I'm just going to take on board what I've learned and see how I get on. I mean, 8-9 knots is nothing, is it?
What did you do with Hal?
It was like 15 gusting 25. So yeah, it was a little bit windy. Ashcroft traffic, Golf November, India X-ray lining up, runway 27, Ashcroft traffic. Wind is probably 8-9 knots straight from the south, straight across the strip. Awareness, we're clear left, right and on approach. Flaps are set, trim set, T's and P's are all good. Happy to go?
Yep.
Ashcroft traffic, Golf November, India X-ray, taking off at runway 27, Ashcroft traffic. Let's go. There's plenty of right rudder. It's quite soft to the ground, so I'm going to try and lift her off a little bit earlier. There we go.
Whoa.
There we go. And we're off. 200 feet. Flaps away.
He is insane.
Hey?
He's insane.
The climber, isn't she?
Yeah.
T's and B's are good. Water temperature, 100 degrees, so that's a little. Well, I'll keep an eye on that in the climb. 600 feet. 700 feet. Almost at circuit height. Level off. And we'll make a turn onto crosswind. Oh, so it's like a downwind crosswind now because of the crosswind.
This plane's insane. It's so fast.
It's what?
So fast.
Fast?
Yeah. Like everything feels very quick with us.
I think that's rain over there, babe, if you look. Okay.
Yeah, so it is.
Okay, so we'll turn on to downwind. Conditions are still good, T's and P's are good. Coolant's a little bit higher than I would like. So I think it's because the radiator's blanked off, so I think the blanking could do with coming off on that. Now I need to make sure I point to account for the drift for the crosswind up here as well, so you can see how we're getting closer to the field. So I make sure I account for that, otherwise you end up with a very, very short base leg. But she feels good, everything feels good, T's and P's are good. Nice steady height. Interesting to see what the approach is like with this crosswind. It is 20 knots at 1,000, 30 knots at 2,000, so quite a high wind gradient. I'm going to slow her down. It's going to be a very short base leg because of right, we're inside flat limiting speed, so that's good. Height's good. Everything's good. So we'll get both stage flaps out. Second stage flaps, there we go. That's a little bit of a messy circuit actually, a bit of a messy base leg. It's more of a curve than a straight line, but hey ho. Keep the speed up. Okay, so we're going to turn on to final in a sec. Ashcroft traffic, Golf, India X-ray, final 27 Ashcroft traffic. There we go. So we'll get the carb heat on because we're going to be descending on idle in a minute. And what I'm going to do, line us up with the runway first. Keep that wing down, that's what Hal taught me. Keep that wing down. Uh, 60 knots is fine on a day like today with a bit of wind. Keep that wing into wind. Keep it down. Throwing a little yawn there. Pressure was getting me, was it getting you?
No. I'm being quiet so you can focus.
Wind's similar to what it was before. Maybe a little bit strong, it feels strong. Now we have to watch out for wind shear from the trees here that we do tend to get. So, speed up, sinking a little bit. Then come off the power now. And that was nice. Little bit of improvement necessary there, but I'm dead happy with how the aircraft feels with the Crosswind. Very happy. It feels fantastic, to be honest with you. So we'll backtrack. Okay, let's go. So left aileron into wind, right rudder. Pull back on the stick. Just take the pressure off the nose over the bumps. Wait till she comes airborne, lower the nose, let the speed come up. And climb out. The air is quite active today, isn't it? 200 feet, laps away. Have you noticed? It's quite choppy, isn't it?
Yeah. But also, it's like this, what, 8th takeoff we've done in this plane and it still shocks me.
What, the performance?
Yeah, it's just so fast.
Ashcroft traffic, Golf, India X-ray, final 27 Ashcroft traffic. Keep that wing into wind. That stops it from the wind from getting under it and doing that, you know?
Imagine this in a Eurostar. Forget it.
I like the Eurostar. You're not too in love, are you?
I like it until it comes to wind or you can really feel it.
So this feels good, bit of sink here, bit of power just to get me home. Off the power now. What a well-mannered delight of a plane to fly. Absolute delight. It's just, I don't know, it just makes me look like a good pilot.
You are a good pilot.
No, but you know what I mean, it's just so effortless to do things right in it.
Yeah, but I think that's because of the way you fly. I think this plane suited to you.
That is true. It does suit the kind of flying that I like to do. Absolutely, I agree with you on that. 100%. I mean, you know, that's the reason I bought it. Everything that I heard about it said to me that this was the one to go for me. But because I like I like going to further afield as well. But also on top of that, I like being in the air, so I don't want to be flying around everywhere at 130 knots. I'm not bothered about that. I also, what I really love is to be able to nip into small strips, and sit with my friends, see my friends. a friend of mine, he flies from a strip that's 250 metres, something like that. I've always wanted to go in, but I've never had the confidence that I'd be able to get back out again. So that was there's Julian over there. In fact, I'll pull over because I need to take off my thing anyway. Yes, right, we'll pick up where we left off in just a mo. Welcome back. We just landed and Julian was here. He's also based at Ashcroft, and he was waving at me. So I pulled over and had a chat with him, and he's just showing me some things on his fancy new exhaust system on his plane. So anyway, we're back and we're about to head back off again. So let's taxi the runway. Ashcroft traffic, Golf November India X-ray taking off runway 27 wide circuit, Ashcroft traffic. Let's go. Feet. T's and B's are good, they're better actually than before, that's good. There we go. Ashcroft traffic, Golf India X-ray, final 27, Ashcroft traffic.
This is great practice for you.
Huh?
This is great practice for you.
It is good practice, indeed.
Good confidence builder too, in the plane.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, because it is rough, but it's not hugely rough, you know. It's not like I'm jumping into the deep end, and it is progressively getting rougher. So rather than just jumping into it straight away, you know, it's better to ease your way into it, where it starts off a little bit rough and then gets rougher and rougher and rougher.
Well,
what are you saying?
You say it's not rough, but I can't. What on earth is rougher than this?
Oh, this isn't too bad.
But crazy if you get in a plane any rougher than this.
No, this is the thing that I was trying to explain before, that conditions can change so quickly that for me it's important to be current. It's important for my confidence to be current in conditions like this, because you know, you never know what you're going to come across. That was a big lump, wasn't it?
Yeah. I suppose some pilots would find this fun, some might find it very unpleasant.
I used to find it very unpleasant, but to be honest with you, I am quite enjoying myself.
Oh yeah.
It's challenging, yeah, it's challenging. So, nice to get the power over the hedge, off the power here. Dancing a bit on the rudder.
Oh yeah.
There we go. And we're down.
But you're so in control, aren't you?
That was a nice landing actually. It was a little bit scrappy toward the end with the amount of rudder inputs I was having to put in. I mean, I probably could have aligned myself a little bit better, I would have thought, to prevent that from happening. But then, you know, it's all about practice, isn't it? I can honestly say I've never had so much fun in a crosswind.
Really? I can tell. I mean, I don't find it pleasant, but I don't feel unsafe, and that's all I care about.
You know, it's not just about the landings, obviously with more weight, it's about getting the takeoffs right as well. We are full of fuel today, or we were when we started. We've got 52 litres left, but we were full of fuel when we started. And we've got, you know, the touring equipment in here and everything else, just because, you know, you're able to carry that now, which is amazing for 600 kg, and the performance is there with this plane. It really is. Anyway, we're lined up. Wind pretty much the same as before, if not a bit stronger. I'd probably say 10, 11 knots across the strip now, the way that the flagpole's vibrating like that. And clear all around. Flaps, stage 1, trim, set, temperatures and pressures, we're all in agreement with everything. Fuel pump on, and let's go. Happy?
Happy.
Let's go. Ashcroft traffic, Golf November India X-ray, taking off runway 27, wide circuit, Ashcroft traffic. So full power. Keep the weight off the nose now. Bring her up, she's already airborne, point the nose down, get the speed gather. And there we go, nice climb out. 100 feet, 200 feet. Flaps away. And turn on to final. Ashcroft traffic, Golf India X-ray final, 27, Ashcroft traffic. Get the carb heat on vent here. Nothing worse than going for power and there not being any. We know about that, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
Story for another day.
Or one we could just bury.
So I'll decrease the speed a little bit here. I want to be about 55 to 60 in strong wind like this. Flip the throttle, make sure I've got something there still. Just sinking air here. Wind's definitely stronger.
Yeah. Oh.
Isn't it?
Yeah. But the landings remain smooth.
Yeah, bit floaty that one, I would say. Right, so wind from that way, from the south. Awareness clear left, right, and on approach. Flaps, stage 1 set, trim set, T's and P's are all good, fuel pump on, and happy to go. You good?
Good.
Ashcroft traffic, Golf November India X-ray taking off, runway 27, Ashcroft traffic. Okay, let's go. Full power. Again, loads of right rudder, left aileron. T's are off the ground. There we go, and flaps away. Ashcroft traffic, Golf November India X-ray is final 47, Ashcroft traffic.
Wow, man like this.
That was a bit of a lively one, wasn't it?
Yeah, I wish you could see the way you're dancing.
Dancing?
Yeah, I wish the cameras were on your face.
Oh, they'll probably pick it up actually, I would have thought. That was good fun, I enjoyed that, and it's pushed my envelope a little bit.
And mine.